Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about analogies and strategies for analogies, even when there's a word that you don't know what it means. So let's say we had some word that we didn't know is to obese. Well, obviously, if you don't know what one of the first two words is, you don't have a great beginning. But the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to look at the answer choices and eliminate any answer choices that don't seem to have a clear relationship, that seem to be either not clearly connected or loosely connected. So fast and loud are not directly connected, so we're going to eliminate that one. Corrupted and rejected, there's not a clear relationship between those two, so that one is out. So then we're left with plain is to ornate. Those would be opposites. Dreary and tired is actually a trick, because the word weary and tired are synonyms, but dreary and tired don't have a clear relationship, so that one's out. And then we have brave and courageous are synonyms. So let's think about which one might be a better fit here. Okay, well, plain and ornate are antonyms or opposites, and brave and courageous are synonyms. Well, certainly there are both antonyms of obese, like skinny or fit, and there are also synonyms to obese, like fat or overweight or something like that. So that doesn't eliminate either C or E. So then a question might be, what kind of thing would obese refer to? Well, obese is something that would refer to a human, as do brave and courageous. But you wouldn't describe a human as plain or ornate. Those would fit more for things, and brave and courageous would be people. And so since obese is going to be a person, most likely, then that's the better choice. So you're not going to be 100% sure that you have the right answer, but you can at least eliminate some bad choices. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, this is actually a great one. House is to blank. Okay, well, first thing that we can do is we can eliminate any choices that don't seem to have a clear relationship. And I can actually think of relationships for all 5 of these. So then we might think a little bit about what are the clearest, most essential relationships between these 5, or among these 5, or for each of these 5, and see if it's possible that it could fit with this scenario. Okay. Actually, one thing that you could possibly find some weaker choices is house is singular, but fleet, boat, shovel, knee, and voter are all singular as well. I have a bit of a reason against voter, because voter would be a person, but house would be a thing or a place or a location. So far, this is probably the best fit just based on that as far as place and location go. Okay, but that's not a super strong reason, but at least it's something. Okay, well, I would start with eliminating the ones that you think are the worst choices. So a group or many a ship make up a fleet, but I can't think of a word, many a blank make up a house. I guess you could say bedrooms, but that's not, or rooms, but it's not the same thing as a group of ships is a fleet, but there's not anything a group of blank as a house, so that one's out. Shovel is a tool that's used for digging, but house isn't a tool that's used for something, so that one seems to be out. Knee and elbow are both parts of something larger, and ideally the part of a human. House and something else, I suppose you could say house or apartment or building or something like that, but that's pretty weak to say that parts of a larger thing fits with house, so that one's out. Like I said, voter isn't great because house is not a person, but a voter is somebody who chooses a candidate or supports a candidate, or a candidate wants to earn the endorsement of a voter or something like that. But that doesn't fit for house. And so let's look at our last choice. Well, house and boat, well, they, even before looking at the other choices or the other parts, boat and a house are both places or locations where human beings stay. And boat is to raft. These are, boat is a larger category, and a raft would be like a primitive or very simplistic version of a boat. Can I think of anything that is a primitive or simplistic version of a house? Yeah, a shack, a hut, something like that. And so B is the best choice. Okay, let's look at maybe two more. Okay, so blank is to opinion as exhaustion is to blank. Well, first of all, let's see if we can eliminate any choices that don't seem to have any clear or direct relationship with exhaustion. Humor, not a direct relationship. Youth, not a direct relationship. Luck, not a direct relationship. Energy is definitely good. Comfort's pretty weak, but maybe I wouldn't eliminate it. But then let's see if there's any reason that I would choose comfort over energy. Energy is clearly the most closely related to exhaustion. So you could say exhaustion is a state when you don't have any more energy. Well, can I think of something that is a state when you don't have any more opinion? Yeah, I mean, you could say indifference or unbiased or something like that. So if you lack an opinion, you would be indifferent or unbiased, or disinterested is a fancy word. So definitely energy seems to work. I can't think of any reason why I would choose comfort instead. Okay, last one. This one's actually my favorite. So let's take a look at this one. Blank is to leather as blank blah blah blah. So let's see if there's any reasons that we could eliminate any of these answer choices just as they're not a clear relationship. Well, I can actually think of reasons that connect all of these choices. So I can't immediately eliminate anything. All right, well then I might think about a neighborhood is made up of a group of homes. Well, I can't think of anything that's made up of a group of leather. That seems like a pretty weak relationship. Barge and canoe are both examples of a larger category, like a shipping vessel. I suppose you could come up with other kind of materials, but doesn't seem very good. Leather is a material, and barge or canoe are basically vessels or objects or something. So that doesn't seem great. Sparkle, ooh, actually, this is kind of a trick. Out of the corner of my eye, I probably translated this to sprinkle, is to downpour, thinking it was one of the extremity, but it's not sprinkle, it's sparkle. So that one doesn't have any relation, or doesn't have a clear relationship, so that one's out. Chapter is one section of a book. A book may be divided into chapters. Leather can't be divided into sections, so that one's out. And then we have blanket is to wool. Well, wool is also a material, and blanket is something that can be made out of wool. Well, can I think of things that can be made out of leather? Yeah, a leather jacket, a leather belt, something like that. So that's a quick overview of analogies and even strategies for analogies when you do know the words, and even more effective if there's a word that you don't know. So there it is. Bye-bye.